running from?
Get off the road! Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. Indeed.
This just keeps on getting worse for
Let's
me.
go!
Trevor, how does it feel to be the world's most toxic gamer? Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. The pinwheel. Kyle, it's very early. With the water flow restored in Haunted Towers, we can resume our search for the Dark Moon piece. And I have a better idea of where it might be.
Pinwheel.
It's going to be behind the pinwheel gate, I think.
It's gonna be easy.
Would you want to hear about the Dark Moon piece? It was fine, having a heck of a time trying to pinpoint its location, but then it hit me. I can use the other pieces we already have to analyze, to improve its precision. I was right, and after tinkering, I got better results. You remember that giant tree? It's somewhere up there.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to work up to the entire time.
Yep, so we roughly know where it is, but the hard part is getting there. Yep. So, inside the tree is our goal. Which is really easy. It's right there. It's like right there, you know?
It's only a jaunt away.
You'll need to cross the newly raised bridge and explore the interior of the hollow tree to find a way up. Got all that? Off to go.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Get EBDB. There we go. We're traveling in the DB dimension.
It's gotta be painful.
It's questionable if it is painful or not.
I mean, he seems okay, but maybe through the entire process, he's just screaming into the void, but he doesn't have a mouth, so there's nowhere to escape.
He stepped in dog duty.
Was that not just a bucket? I wasn't paying attention.
A bucket of dog duty. Oh, it's showing us where the water is at the beginning. It's like, okay, here's where you gotta go. Money. Yep, so I need to fill this up with water. And then once I fill it up with water, I can do all the stuff. But first, kick the tree. Every time we kick the tree, something different happens in each level. So we're gonna kick the tree every time.
Cool.
Yep. One of them is the goat one, like the really good one that we want. So hopefully you understand that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if you noticed this, but we could have skipped this entire puzzle. Like, the door is open.
Yeah.
But, like, we're doing this anyways, because why, Kyle?
Money.
Money. You're gonna want this upgrade, Kyle. Like, this upgrade coming up.
I know. As the one playing it, I feel like I need it.
You do. Also, look how much money I got, dude.
150 G's.
Yeah.
I like trimmers too as well.
Well, you see, here's the thing. After, not this one, but the one after this, like the next level, we're gonna have a new upgrade that's gonna make it where the amount of money that we finish off with is like twice as much.
Wow, is that like a money multiplier?
It's not a money multiplier, but what it is it makes it where we have an additional suction to our ghost thingy, our vacuum. We have an additional suction meter. You know it's on 2, right?
Yeah. Oh, we get 3.
We'll get
so
3. And if you nail a 3, like if you get you max out on a 3, that third level makes it where every ghost that you're currently vacuuming gives you 2 gold bars.
Wow, that's a lot.
I listen, stifle your excitement, buddy. We're not there yet. I need you to calm down.
You know what would be funny to do in a game like this?
Cry, mope, seethe.
No.
Seethe? Seethe?
Yeah.
I don't know. What, Kyle?
It'd be cool if, like, in one of these where it's like, oh, the gate's open. And you just stroll up into the boss room. Oh, hang on, it's a gold one.
Yeah, it's a gold.
Get 2.
All right, so the main ghost is called a greenie. So what would you think that ghost is called?
Goldie.
You'd think
Yellowy.
it's called a gold greenie.
Ah, so
How could I be so wrong? Can you tell me where the next gem is? I think I don't know where it is.
It would be here, I'll look it up. It'd be cool if, like, in one of them it's just like you go straight in and the boss sees you. It's like, okay, now to kick you out, and then you get kicked all the way out. You barely survive the fall, and then it's like then they shut it up.
Oh shit! Why am I doing this? I need to go back.
Your next is in the garden.
I need to do the puzzle thing. Look.
Yeah, you need to go. I'll tell you how many are in this level.
Oh no!
Watch. What is this?
It's your favorite ghost because he's blue.
Not necessarily.
And he's got ice powers.
It does not have ice powers.
But he's blue.
Okay, just because it's blue doesn't mean it has ice powers.
But this one does.
No, they don't.
All right, Kyle. If the main ghost is called a greenie, what do you think these are called?
Bluey.
Oh.
Hueys. Deweys.
Bluey.
Like the show that people are weirdly affectionate about.
I mean,
Hold on.
the dad's
So
pretty hot.
There's.
Hold on, your dad's giving me a vibe
Oh,
check.
yeah. Sure.
Criminy, not again.
Not again. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3. There's a. Oh, I thought it said seething lab. Seedling lab. 3.
Seethin Lab.
There are 3 in this V2.
Where's the first one? Because I missed it last time.
There's a seedling lab, a botany lab, and then a garden.
So one's in the garden, one's in the bottom. Yeah.
Hold on, Brandon is currently messaging me.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, I already found it.
Awesome.
Also, I have $400 to my name, and I haven't even started the mission. That's just how good I am.
All right, there you are.
Oh, that's spooky. So you said the garden, the botany lab, and the seedling lab is where they all are?
Yeah, the garden, botany lab, and seedling lab. I didn't look into where, but like if you need help, I'll help you, I suppose.
Okay, well, it tells
You
me.
need an easy mode and given your basic human rights.
That's so true. Oh, gardener's dwelling. It's called the garden. What you call the gardening
So
room?
do you know why I overreacted to Pinwheel earlier?
Why?
That's a boss in Dark Souls 1. So fun. I can tell you a funny story about it while you're doing this.
While I'm messing with this person's
Yeah,
house.
while you're
and
messing with this guy's personal stuff. So for all the Souls fans out there who played DS1,
all 3 of them.
Pinwheel's kind of a meme in the community. So the whole point, Kate, is that like upon starting up the game, there are 3 potential paths you can go down. 2 of them are like near endgame zones. But weirdly enough, they put in the catacombs a boss that you could beat early on and get like a pretty good reward.
Okay.
So it's designed for players, because you know, players, like it doesn't tell you necessarily where to go, so it's like players got to explore, figure out where to go. So if you stumble into the catacombs and you come across Pinwheel, it might be a hard boss, but for most players, when they reach that point in the game, they've already beaten one of the hardest bosses, Orange Scene and Smoke.
Uh-huh.
And they'll just walk in and like a shot, not 5-shot. I mean, like, yeah, 5-shot him probably pretty much. Like you hit him like a couple times and he goes down. His gimmick's kind of cool where like he starts making copies of himself.
Yep.
But it just doesn't matter because like the whole point of it's supposed to be like, oh, you're supposed to be overwhelmed if you can't deal enough damage. But you pretty much just walk in, hit him at once, hit him twice, hit him thrice, and he's dead.
You give him the good old 1, 2, 3 smack.
Kind of sad. Like, if it were an early boss, I think that would be cool, but it's not. It's a late game boss because most players aren't going to go through the catacombs early on when they get one-shot by skeletons.
But you can.
You can. I don't know why you would. The thing is, you can't even complete the whole area because let's say, hypothetically. Oh, God, I sounded like that guy. Let's say hypothetically. You make it to the end of that area, right? The entire catacombs. You go into the Tomb of the Giants. You make it to the very end. You can't even get into the boss gate because you have to go somewhere else to get that gate open.
Yep.
So you like, why even go like try to complete that area fully in the first place? You can't go down there. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. You can go early on, but like, Pinwheels wasn't designed for. He wasn't put in the right place, I would say.
He's not of sound mind.
No, of course not.
Oh, you're in here? Dude, I just checked that. You weren't in it.
Well, you warped there the moment you looked away.
Stop it. Stop it. Dude, did you see him doing what he was just doing there?
Yeah, he was skirting around.
He was lit. Yeah, that's something that's funny about this level is they skirt so bad. All right, you said it's in this room? We're in the gardener's lab.
No, it's the botany lab and the other lab. Here, I'll look at it.
I'm in the gardener's lab.
No, it's not a gardener's lab. It's a garden. There's a botany lab and a seedling lab.
Okay, so
no, I don't think you're in the right place.
well, I'm still gonna check this secret room here because it's super important.
Go off, pop off.
Look, wait, look at this right here. Free money? Don't mind if I do. Oh my gosh, it's a boo.
Oh.
That's like your favorite thing, Kyle. Booze. Oh, by the way, this is the best room to.
Because they just.
Wait, what? How did you get free? Oh, no, he's already dead.
Oh, damn.
Whoopsies. I was like, how did you... That doesn't make any sense. Oh, you think we're done? There's more money, Kyle.
Hold on. I'm currently reading what Brandon has sent me.
Ah. Currently checking that invoice that I was faxed by my boss.
If only I could play the fax sound effect.
Why would you want to? So it's kind of cool as you see this big shadow on the ground, Kyle, in the shape of a coffin. You're like, oh, there's a dark light thing here.
Yeah.
But there isn't. The coffin's up above.
Ooh.
Well, we'll get back to that.
Spooky.
Oh, we're going into the crypt.
But yeah, to cap off what I was saying earlier, believe it or not, as much as I love these games, God, do I hate some of the bosses.
Why?
Some of them are not designed well in mine. Like, some are just wrong place, wrong time, right? Like,
Right.
okay, this boss could have been cool if it were earlier.
Yep.
Or this boss would be good if it were a later boss, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get ones that just aren't designed well. Also, sorry, I'm like interjecting on myself.
You really are.
Because, you know, I mean, from your limited knowledge of the game,
You know, from your tiny pea brain perspective.
I mean, I know that you know some about it, but like, because, you know, in these games,
I know too
you go
much.
to an area, you do what you call a boss run.
Yep.
Oh, one of these things, cool. You
Yep.
do a boss run, you go fight the boss.
Yep.
Sometimes a boss is just oh, I think this is, no, that's the gardener's dwelling.
Yep, we gotta go do the garden.
Yeah. Some of the bosses are
Oh no, the gardener's kitchen? No, you want to go to the gardener's
other
fucking-
kitchen.
your fucking washroom.
Yeah, some of them just have awful runbacks. I'll tell you the worst one in the series right now. Anyone who disagrees is objectively wrong. Frigid Outskirts.
Why?
The whole gimmick of the area. The only saving grace is it's optional, so you never have to interact with it. You can interact with it by choice.
Ow.
Damn. Yeah, so Frigid Outskirts. The whole point of it is it's a cool entrance. You get in a coffin,
Right,
you
got
get to
him.
ride down. Oh, hold on. There you go. You get in a coffin, you ride down this little like big open.
Oh, I just got the perfect
I
timing,
saw
dude.
that, yeah. Hang on, I'll wait until you can get this ghost.
Yeah, see, like this one's like, oh, I'm supposed to be fought with the other one, but like I already killed your other guy. Ooh.
I'll wait until you're done exploring this room, because I'm very scared me.
Don't do the thing. Don't do the thing. Stop doing the thing. Thank you.
Nice.
Yay!
Okay, the whole gimmick to Frigid Outskirts. From the bonfire you get to the boss.
Yep.
First of all, there is a blizzard that is there for 95% of the time. Blocking your line of sight.
Okay.
So when you're traversing, a blizzard will appear, and every time a blizzard appears, a reindeer shows up. One of the most annoying enemies in these games.
Reindeer's an enemy?
And well, it's a certain type of. People call it reindeer. It's easier. It's easier than like saying whatever its actual name is, which I don't know. They're infinitely respawning, as far as I know.
Oh.
And
So infinitely respawning, really difficult enemy.
yes, there's like no break from. There's no halfway point. You have to redo this entire area every time you want to fight the boss.
Okay.
And there's like castles, right? But there's no bonfire. There's no resting point between. It's like you have to make the entire run, which is hard to do. So okay, let's say you do that, right? You make it through. You fight all the enemies along the way on top of these infinitely respawning reindeer. You make it to the very end. What do you get?
Yeah.
A reskin boss ×2 with enough damage to one-shot you. Ridiculously overtuned damage. You had to fight, there's a boss earlier called Ava the King's Pet, and you have to fight Zood and Lulith, which are like the other two copy-pasted cats.
Oh, that's kind of stinky.
Yeah, and if you die, you have to do the whole thing over again.
Dude, that's-
Also, keep in mind, you paid for this.
You
This is
did.
a DLC.
So they gave you a reskin for a DLC.
They do that a lot in Dark Souls 2.
No wonder people hate that game so much.
Funny enough, the worst areas, in my opinion, in all the Souls are the 3 optional areas in the DLCs of Dark Souls 2.
I just don't like when you have like a sequel game like that has like so much air about it, and then they just like reuse content. That's why this game is so good. It's a sequel that has 0 reused content. This entire game was built from scratch.
Cade, you have a vacuum. You used one.
It's not the same
game.
model.
I'm joking. I know.
Like it literally everything about this game is built from the ground up.
Yeah.
And then they re-released Luigi's Mansion 1 on the 3DS, and then they used all of this as their like framework. They reused every asset again. Cause you know, you win some, you lose some.
That's fine.
It's fine. Who
Yeah,
cares?
like so what happened was Dark Souls 2, it tried being too different, and it wasn't good. And the Dark Souls was like, hey guys, Dark Souls 1, and they did a lot of Dark Souls 1 like retreading, which some of it worked, some of it didn't. But it was a lot of paying homage, quote unquote, to like.
I mean, as long as I call it paying homage, I can reuse whatever I want. Oh,
Some of it worked, part of it didn't. Like, there's a really cool reveal where when you're traversing part of the world in Dark Souls 3. Oh yeah, this is the garden gem.
thanks, Kyle. God.
I said it was the garden earlier.
Yeah. I said that's where we were.
Look, the burden of proof does not fall onto me.
The bird of proof.
The burden of proof.
The bird of proof.
That's so true.
Okay.
Because with the third one, it's like, hey, you're in Orlando. That's kind of cool.
Orlando? You mean Orlando?
And Orlando. Where are we in Orlando?
Okay. I've done everything I need to here.
Yeah. In DS2, they just in one of the other DLCs, the Iron Passage.
Yep.
Well, that's what they like specific sub area is called. So you fight this thing called the Smelter Demon early on, and arguably
It's
one
a
of the worst
giant-
areas in the base game.
It's a giant, like furnace, like living furnace.
It's a big demon with a big sword. And one thing I don't like about him, he does continual damage if you stand near him, which
Because he's like heat damage.
is kind of stupid. Because I thought the whole point in these games was if you're good enough, you could avoid taking damage.
You can though. You just don't stand near him.
Well, what if you're a melee build?
Don't do a melee build.
That's so true.
I mean, it just sounds like a skill issue, Kyle.
Skill issue plus ratio plus it couldn't be me. Plus I beat this boss with my eyes closed.
I mean, I did just beat that ghost with my eyes open.
Oh, our 3DS shuddered a little bit.
Well, that's just because it's like, it's tired.
Yeah.
Give it a break. It's
These
sleepy.
games are good.
Oh, whoopsies, whoopsies.
Some design for Botany Lab.
I forgot something. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I entered the EBDB dimension. Yeah, this is what I was forgetting.
What would you say a game that you played is with like great boss fights? Because like I'm gonna put Souls games up there.
Great boss fights.
Because I'm a big boss fight guy. I love doing boss fights.
Battle for Bikini Bottom has some okay boss fights. Like they do well at like kind of like testing the mechanics that you've learned up until then. I wouldn't say that they're like great, but like what game, you know, has a perfect boss fight?
Dude, we literally played Senator Leg Week.
None of the games that I played, like, I guess 'cause
Armstrong's a great boss fight.
he's pretty cool.
MGR had quite the number of pretty good boss fights for having the so few that they had. I think what was the girl's name again? I forget her name.
Razzlethon, Razzlethon.
Monsoon is the can you parry check.
Yeah.
Like what's it? Blade Wolf was the quiz. He's the test.
Yeah. I guess so. I'm trying to think of like game because that game has so many of those. Just
Jesse
like
Stam's a pretty good fight too.
I'm drawing a blank when I'm playing this game, dude. Like I'm just thinking about it. And
On
I'm just
MGR.
like, on boss fights in general.
Yeah.
I think there's
Like
here.
Mario games, they're not like the greatest in the world, but like they're pretty fun. Like again, it depends on whatever. Boss fights don't need to be difficult.
They do,
more
though.
so, I would prioritize fun over difficulty.
If they're not all extremely fun, I don't want
If
to.
they all don't slap your PP off, what's the point?
Gem 2.
And then we got one more in the
Lapis Lazuli.
Seething Lab.
Yep. I think we're about to go into the.
I like that. It's like a little staircase.
Oh yeah. See
Oh,
the-
hey, here's where the other Gym Jam is.
It's attached to a mouse. I've seen this one before. Yeah, I guess I got all of them in this level. Are you serious? But I just... That's literally glass.
He's holding a Pika.
Get away. Thank you.
You know what? I'm gonna look up like some games with like good boss fights just to see what the general opinion is on good boss fights.
Oh, there, yes. Crispy. Dude, I'm so good at this game. I'm so good at this game.
Cuphead. Okay, you know what? I'll give Cuphead credit.
You know what? Well, cause that's not fair. The entire game is built on just boss fights.
Okay, they have a couple gun and runs.
Not in the DLC. You're like, yeah, I think they added a couple running guns, and we played through it, there wasn't a single one. And we were like, well, it wasn't bad. But that was a little disappointing.
You don't know the shit I did to get the pacifist on each of those levels. It was rough.
On running guns?
Yeah, it was rough.
Well, you can do pacifist on boss fights.
It was rough.
Look, Gem! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
Hollow Knight from what I played. Nier Automata. Yeah, those are pretty good ones.
I killed it.
Monster Hunter. Shadow of the Shadow of the Colossus. That's also another just only boss fights, but like I'd count it.
Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus has good boss fights.
But that's entirely boss fights as well.
I mean, that's fine if that's like its whole thing.
Well, no, I think those are more like boss fight is like a break from your like this game has good boss fights.
I get what you mean. I'm still gonna count. It's a different kind of boss fight.
Like you have missions. The missions teach you about the game.
Like it's a game designed around like boss fights as enemies.
I think out of every boss fight in this entire game, like this one and then the next one are probably the like low.
You remember Chef Salt Baker?
I do remember Chef Salt Baker.
That was a cool boss fight.
That was a hard boss fight. I don't know if it was cool.
I liked it. It was a cool fight.
I mean, it's animated super good because it's done by Baxter, the guy who did the funny Steven Universe finale.
Doom Eternal. I hate you personally.
I hate you personally.
Yeah, I made it 95% of the way through Doom Eternal, and I was like, no,
shoot.
Not me. I'm not looking for the... Oh, Bayonetta. Bayonetta had good boss fights.
Bayonetta did have cool boss fights. Cool, not good.
Okay, not... Okay.
They're too different to compare them.
I'd say, like, the third game, obviously, the problem is story.
Well, gotta get them all in one place.
Ah, yes.
Come on. Get them at below 20, below 20. There we go.
There we go.
Wow, that audio peaked.
Bayonetta... Hollow Knight, yeah, then Shadow of the Colossus is the last one, yeah.
Shoot, why did it make me turn around? There we go.
War has good ones too, yeah.
WarioWare's got some good boss fights. It does.
I mean, I don't know too much, but I can't really comment on WarioWare. I know it's like the rhythm game.
PictoChat's got pretty good boss fights.
Stanley Parable has some really good boss fights.
Sure does. Tell me the baby puzzle at the end is not a good boss fight.
I need to play that game.
Stanley Parable?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to, but to me it feels more like an art piece than a video game.
Yeah, no, I'd give it that. Like it would be something to do on the channel, just because it's like a lot of listening to what the narrator has to say.
Well, I'm a big fan of that, but like it's just not that and fun. Which, by the way, we just absolutely destroyed this level. Like, look how much money we got.
3 stars, right? That's good.
Oh yeah, we literally maxed out everything we could in this level. We never have to come back to that level ever again. We did everything possible the first time.
Awesome.
All gems, all money, all health, gold rank, and the boo, and the golden bone. We're done. We can literally go into the game's code and delete that level, and we would be fine.
I'm with you on that.
Okay. Just checking. God, Kyle. All right, you gotta empty out your sack into the.
Do not phrase it like that.
New gem, new gem, new gem. Gobber, sneaky, gold greenie, boo.
I do not like it being called gold greenie.
Bam, new upgrade. That's what we wanted.
What is this? Oh, level 3. Yeah,
the level 3. Yeah. So this is what we came here for. So you know we just finished that level with like 1,700 gold. We're about to double that, which is not normal. You're supposed to be finishing these levels with like 900. We're gonna be finishing with like 3,000. Real big old
That's not what he says. You're misconstruing his argument, Cade. Stop.
Next episode of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Up next, we have the Crypt, I think. Is it the Crypt? Yeah, Graveyard Shift. It's time to prepare that pinwheel lock. Once you're done, you should be able to get inside that hollow tree and look for the passageway to the top. We'll see you then.